This is how my iPhone normally looks. And this is my iPhone dumbified. Will it actually make my life better? Let's take it on a weekend trip to Colorado to find out. This video is sponsored by Professional Photographers of America. Most of the time, my phone feels like the root of all evil. And if I'm being straight up honest, I've been battling screen addiction for years, and I'm done letting tech ruin my life. Social media floods me with comparison syndrome, notifications pull me out of the present moment, the YouTube app drains hours of my day, darn those NBA Steph Curry stat videos. Most of us are dealing with some sort of screen time or technology addiction. But I also enjoy technology, and it's changed my life for the better. So how do I find a sustainable balance? Well, for this trip, I'm testing out an app called Dumbify. Basically, all it does is mimic the simple look of a light phone's UI while maintaining whatever smart functionality you choose to keep on your smartphone. Now, Dumbify does not inherently get rid of social media or distractions for you. You still have to make the choice to actively set up your smartphone that way, which I'll show you in a minute and how I do it. But when done correctly, you get the power of a smartphone with the simplicity of a dumb one. And speaking of dumb phones, tons of people are experimenting with these as their daily drivers over iPhones and Androids, like my friend Matt in his video that I just so happened to edit a couple years ago. His video does an amazing job of showing the intentional limitations of the light phone, but after working on that video and seeing Matt's perspective, I just knew the light phone would be too limiting for me to actually function well in my daily life. So I had to find a way to turn my iPhone into a utility device that still works for me. And on this trip, I'm keeping mostly just utility apps on my phone. No socials, no browser, no Notion, no notes, hopefully no more problems. I'm also taking my MacBook for work stuff and a small notebook, which I've been using to jot down ideas and my daily task list for a while now, and I've been absolutely loving this over task apps. I just like the experience better too of carrying a notebook and looking like an old man. It's kind of fun. Where is my notebook? Honey, can you bring that to me? There's no one up here? Okay, cool. Thank you. So with those ground rules out of the way, it's time to visit my best friend Andrew in Colorado and see how this whole change affects my trip.
Let you touch my hairy back.
So I'm gonna put this down, because it's not that interesting to me.
I'll take this up.
And play a bunch of Instagram videos.
This is what we do when we're not distracted by our phones. We interact. Wow. This is the geisha?
Yes.
That smells amazing.
That's the sister of Kesha.
Kesha's sister.
Yeah.
We're gonna go play basketball, but I'm gonna get a little bit vulnerable for a second, but I've actually been experimenting with limiting my iPhone for a couple of years now. It actually stemmed originally a couple years ago from just trying to break a prawn addiction that I was exposed to as a really young kid. Sorry to get heavy, but also not sorry, because this is something a lot of people deal with, and I'm keeping it real and raw with you guys. A couple years ago, I started experimenting with like VPNs and just like limiting access on my phone, and I was hoping to starve that habit and break that habit, and thank God, like it's been so successful. But in the process, I thought I was gonna lose a lot by giving up access on my phone to like social media and the browser and stuff like that. We'll get into the details of like how I limit my phone, but I ended up gaining so much more in the process of losing those things from my phone. And I want to get into all the details of like how I limit my phone, why, and just the benefits that I've gained that maybe not everybody talks about in their videos about like dumbifying your iPhone or trying a dumb phone for 30 days or whatever it is. So anyway, let's play some basketball really quick. I had to include this part because first of all, it was just nice to be off our phones and having fun as 30-year-olds. But also Andrew beat me in a 1v1 last time he visited me, so it felt nice to smoke him a little bit and post it on the internet, as best friends do.
Basketball just isn't Zach's sport. You want to learn a few things? Follow me on my YouTube channel, click subscribe.
subscribe.
Also, me and Andrew are tied at 1-1, so if you want game 3, obliterate the like button.
We interrupt this broadcast for a PPA PSA. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with a deep desire to make a full-time income with photo video work? Well, let's just say that's one of the serious side effects of PPA.
It's true. Before I was a PPA member, I was working over here at Mayfield Family Video, and that went under real quick.
Jimmy started doing freelance work for photo video here and there, but he wanted to turn it into a legitimate business to provide for his family.
I signed up for PPA. I downloaded their contract templates, got me a pricing sheet so I can make a decent living, and guess what? I started booking gigs with their marketing tools.
Jimmy decided to take things to the next level when he decided to undergo PPA's official certification.
And I get up to $15,000 of gear equipment insurance with my membership, so let's just hope I don't drop my camera into a lake.
PPA does not condone this behavior.
Oh, really? That was just a joke.
So if you want discounted access to these PPA benefits and so many more, click that top link in the description for more information, and let's get back to the broadcast.
I wanted to clarify with you guys like why I feel like I was gonna lose something by minimizing and limiting my iPhone, and instead I feel like I've gained a lot. The first thing I felt like I was gonna lose was like connection by like not having Instagram and YouTube and the browser on my phone. But since I still have my laptop, I just do anything I need to do on those apps on my laptop whenever I'm like actually in my dedicated workspace.
That is so dirty. It's disgusting.
And I just find myself like spending less and less time picking up my phone multiple times throughout the day, comparing myself to other people, getting overwhelmed by my YouTube studio analytics and refreshing it to see how my video is doing or whatever it is. And the reason I went so hard and deleted the browser on my phone as well is because I experimented with just ditching social media and keeping a browser. And then I found myself just logging into my socials and YouTube on my browser anyway. I was like, oh my gosh, I pretty much only use the browser for YouTube at this point. I'm just killing hours of my day on this freaking app that has changed my life, but also can ruin my life. So I just went all the way, just got rid of all of it. And now it's just like a utility device that is still advanced enough to like help me through my daily life, but it doesn't ruin my life. I'm still being connected to the people I love. Andrew's wife just told me this yesterday. It was really cool. She said, a lot of people think time is your most valuable resource, but it's actually your presence. Even if I'm around my people, but I'm spending all day like checking my phone and stuff, even when I'm around them, it's like, I'm not actually being present. There are different ways to limit your phone. The way I did it is pretty extreme, so I don't expect everybody to do this, but basically my wife knows my screen time passcode and I don't. And I use that screen time to completely lock down the app store and everything. I cannot download apps right now. I have no idea what the passcode is. I can't download anything, so my phone is just what it is. So I had to make sure I had everything that I need as a utility device before I went on this trip. That's why I kept like the Southwest app to use my boarding pass to get here, and the Uber app to Uber to and from the airport.
If you don't have someone you trust completely with a screen time passcode, there are other options that can help you. Screen Zen and Burnout Buddy are free apps that will help you reduce screen time and block distracting apps for you. Opal is another option that seems pretty popular, but it does cost money after a free trial. I would also encourage you to turn off all your notifications other than your phone calls and text messages. Trust me, your brain will thank you for all the extra creative juice and peace of mind.
The lighting in here is terrible, but the Apple keynote is about to start, and I'm planning on making like a bunch of videos based on the new stuff that comes out with this keynote. And it's starting right now, but I don't even need Notion on my phone. Why? Got it on my laptop. I can take notes on this. I'm gonna watch this thing and brainstorm a bunch of ideas.
Yes, I see the irony in dumbifying my nice iPhone while also watching an event for brand new iPhones. No, I'm actually realizing that I really want to help people utilize the amazing technology that's going to continue coming out, because it's not all bad. But I want to help people use it without letting it control us. So, we don't live in a black and white world, so we got to navigate the gray.
It's actually my best friend Andrew's birthday, the guy who I'm visiting right now. So me and him are gonna go have a fun day together and not spend too much time on our devices. Okay, let's go. Let's go, guys. Come on, everybody.
Hanging out with Andrew on his birthday was so nice, and neither of us were distracted by our phones, which is even better.
I'm like, give me the damn drink.
I think a lot of people might hesitate to limit their phone because they won't be able to share moments like this on things like Instagram stories or Snapchat. And I get it, posting stuff and seeing other people's lives in real time can be fun. For me though, social media genuinely gets exhausting really fast. And whether or not I'm posting stories, I still capture a ton of memories on my camera app. I can either post these later from my computer if I really want to, or I can just save them for a rainy day when I need to relive a fun memory or send one to a friend or family member. And honestly, I would just rather be present with my people than concerned what someone else thinks about my post while they're taking a poop. So as I head home to Nashville, what do I actually think of this dumbify/screen time shenanigans on my phone? Honestly, I really like it, and I'm gonna keep my phone like this for the foreseeable future for all the benefits I've already mentioned. And if I do end up getting one of the new iPhones that was in the Apple event, I'm probably gonna dumbify it immediately, which seems counterintuitive. So I guess the iPhones will have to have something really beneficial to me for me to even consider buying them. Interesting how that works. Subscribe if you want to live a better life with tech and creativity. Text me when you get home so I know you're safe. Watch out for deer. I hear they have the flu right now, which is probably how I got it. And get off your dang phone. Okay. You're loved. Bye.